seemed like Lukas Reichel had turned a corner a couple weeks ago, and he was on the top line, and he was creating a little bit, and all of a sudden he's under 10 minutes a game the last two. What aren't you seeing out of him?
You know what? Just we saw some real good bursts in the third period, one at the end of the second, and that's what he's going to have to do more. He's got to use his speed and hold on to that puck, and make some action happen when he's on the ice. And I think there's just been times where he's lost confidence, and he doesn't want to skate with that puck, and he wants to pass off to someone else, where we need him to take charge a little more. And we discussed that yesterday, and pointed out a few areas in the last game that were better, and he needs to grow on that.
Is it tough as a coach? I mean, you want to give him time to get that confidence back, but you also have to worry about the game at hand.
Yeah, you can't give up on young players. Like, he's got a lot of talent, and confidence levels are going to go up and down, and you got to stick with him until it gets more consistent on the upward side. And we keep showing him some positive stuff, and unfortunately, you got to show some things that are mistakes, and and the reason we show it is to not see it again, and that's the whole part of development with young players. I think there's some guys come in and they take off and they just keep going. There's probably small levels of the low valleys, but there's some guys that are going to have longer times at the low levels, and you just got to stick with them and help them out of it.
Everybody's been buzzing about Frank Nazar in the World Juniors. You ever allow yourself to kind of daydream about him and Bedard, coming on a rush?
Yeah, no, he's an exciting player. Just watched a little bit of the game today before and after our skate, and see a lot of our guys on the U.S. team. So it's nice to see them. I haven't seen them play a lot of hockey. So this is really nice to see what they can do in a real game. So it'll be great. And he's another creative guy that's playing on the power play in the World Juniors. So it's exciting to think about what he will bring when it's his time to come here.
Joe, about the entry defense a week or two ago, but on the zone exits by the defenseman, Vlasic's been kind of statistically your best guy at that. What does he do so well in terms of either hitting it forward on the rush or just clearing it cleanly?
Yeah, no, I think he does both. He's a guy that reads the play well, and he's got good mobility for a big guy and a long reach, so he separates guys from the puck, or he steals pucks on the pass a lot of times, and then he just smoothly takes off. He doesn't look like he's skating that fast, but he takes a couple strides and he's gone. So he's great agility and skating ability and vision. So you put all that together, and he's a really good complete player. I think he breaks up defensive plays, for us, and he adds to the offense by moving the puck. He's not necessarily a finisher on the offense, but he definitely starts it, and that's the first step to have any offense.
Joe Pavelski broke into the league towards the end of your playing career. Just what's it like for you to watch him still playing the way that he is at this point?
Yeah, no, for a guy that's not a huge body, he plays with a lot of guts out there, goes to the hard scoring areas and consistently does it, and stays pretty healthy over the years. It's hard to do, so it's good on him. He's probably kept himself in great shape to have that ability to do that, an opportunity to do it, and Dallas is reaping the benefits, because it's not only they're a good team, and he shows up on the score sheet every night, but all the young players that probably watch him battle and play and prepare, they have him in their midst to kind of emulate and try and be that, and so he's obviously a great leader. He's been a captain everywhere he's been, so I think that's why Dallas is doing so well. They have a bunch of guys like that, and he's leading the way.
Have you shown any clips of the team overall in terms of the zone exit stuff, or what have you emphasized, other than Vlasic?
Yeah, we've talked about just even for the young defense, like we got to move pucks quick. We got to move them fast and hard. But if it's not there, like, lay it into the neutral zone and let the forwards do some work. And if our forwards get used to knowing that, then they're moving. They're getting open for passes. Or if we have to flip it out or put it off the glass and out, which most smart players do when there's no option, we have some speed and we can forecheck that. So a lot of times we can get pucks back, or we force them to dump it back in when it's going to be offside because they still have someone inside the zone, which means we get the puck back again. So we just want to have the puck as much as possible and make the right play quickly, and then that allows us to get it back or forecheck them. So, if we can get the young guys thinking like that, it's basically playing hockey fast and less D-zone time, more puck time with the puck. And, I think the analytics probably would show that, that even last game, I don't think we had too many D-zone extended periods of time. I think we did a pretty good job. It wasn't a clean game by any means, but we did, and I think even was the St. Louis game, like we did a great job for 45 minutes, and then we stopped moving our feet and we backed off and we didn't play as aggressive, and we let them get the momentum, and it's hard to get it back. So I think we have to continue to play and move our feet and be aggressive and play smart, manage the puck.
How have you seen Jason Dickinson improve from last year this season?
I think at the end of last season, you saw it coming on, just the confidence level as his role got more important as the year went along last year, and he deserved it because he worked for it. And everything from improving his face-off stats this year in the face-off circle, it was so important. Like just as an example, last game, a penalty with 2 minutes to go in the game or 3 minutes to go in the game, and he's winning a lot of face-offs and we're clearing the puck. So that's just a huge, and against a really strong face-off team in Winnipeg. So, that alone just, I think, lets us have the puck. It's an important role for him. He's finding the net a little bit more this year, which his primary role is checking the opponent's best team line, and he's doing that with great stats. He's a plus player and he's scoring goals. So, I think it's just, maybe sometimes players find themselves at a certain time with a certain team. That seems to be to him.
Thanks, Luke.
Thank you.
All right.